month was that I worked with a lady called Cheryl. She was had her own tenancy at the time and was plodding along, reasonably well. I went on maternity leave for almost a year, come back to work and was given Cheryl back on my caseload. I noticed that there was a deterioration in her mental health and she'd lost a tenancy and things like that, so she was living in B&Bs across the Wirral area, eventually having to move to Liverpool. And it was quite challenging really. She was quite unwell and didn't want to engage with services. So it was a lot of hard work and commitment and to try and get her to engage with us. We eventually got her admitted to hospital and detained under Section 3 of the Mental Health Act. And we treated her successfully from there. She's now in her own accommodation, supported accommodation, receiving support each week from staff. And she's compliant with the treatment and is doing great and is going to be looking for her own flat in the future. So. I think a lot of the challenges with communication, and that was, to Cheryl, because she didn't realise that she was as unwell as she was, so she had lack of insight into her illness. So communication towards Cheryl to try and get her to see that actually, she was quite poorly. Communication with the different agencies, because we had to ask an outside agency for accommodation, and due to previous risk history and things like that, lost tenancies and stuff, no one was willing to give her that opportunity. So it was about kind of talking to them and giving those reassurances really that, Cheryl was receiving the support that she required, and we were there to be behind her and back her up, as it were. So. From the Six Seas point of view, we needed a lot of commitment on my part and on my colleagues' part as well, my team, my wider team. Cheryl was prone to kind of taking herself off and almost absconding and going to different places, so we spent a lot of time kind of tracking her down and finding her. And a lot of commitment in the sense that it was going to be a long process and we had to kind of see it through to the end. Due to Cheryl's history, people weren't really keen to, give her that opportunity, and I had to have the courage to kind of stand up for her and say, no, actually, this is what we need to be doing, and support her through that. So there was a lot of, not so much doors slammed in your face, but there was a lot of people saying, no, we can't help at all. And it was about kind of knocking on those doors and saying, no, well, actually, we're here to support her now. She's been managing on her own previously. So, we are here to support, so give her that opportunity, really. I won Story of the Month for November, and it was a bit of a shock. One of my colleagues said to me that he'd nominated me, and I said, what for? And he said, because I think you've done a fantastic piece of work with this lady. The whole team is aware of Cheryl, and we can all see that, the positive outcome that you've had. So yeah, I was a bit shocked and quite proud, really. Story of the Month is a good idea, I think, because it raises people's awareness about the work that staff are doing with patients and carers across the region, and I think it's a good motivator as well for people. I mean, I felt so motivated since actually winning it, and that bit of recognition. I think when we first got involved with Cheryl, she was living quite a nomadic lifestyle, really. She was here, there and everywhere. She was disorganised, obviously she was mentally unwell at the time. She wasn't receiving treatment. She lost a tenancy, so she was kind of living out of suitcases, really, staying with friends and things like that, she's only got quite a few friends, so it's, people were starting to be a bit, when are you moving house type of thing. So the difference from then to now is that she's treated, she's performing at ADLs each and every day and going above and beyond that. She's attending some groups that we ask her to attend and that she's interested in. She's coming to clinic for appointments as and when she's supposed to. She's warmer, in her effect. Her concentration's better. So yeah, she's doing really, really well.